have a look at this amazing story. Labor proposing a whopping $214,000 pay rise for the new Governor-General, Sam Mostyn, who is a mate of Albanese's. So this would take her salary from $495,000, already huge, to $709,000. No reason has been given for why Sam Mostyn would need a pay rise like this to do the Governor-General's job. Doesn't seem like an arduous job. You wear nice clothes and go to opening ceremonies. And you could say, well, is there gender parity here? She's been given a 200 grand increase for the same job that a bloke was doing. Interesting point, Liz. But ultimately, Australians will hate this during a cost of living crisis.
100%. And as you've already said, this is a figurehead more than anything else. The Governor-General doesn't exactly do all that really important pressing matters. They show up to things, they cut ribbons, they press the flesh. That's pretty much the job in a nutshell. I understand that they're saying this rise has something to do with the fact that she won't be eligible for a pension, which the role used to be, etc. So they're now trying to compensate for that. But when you know that it's a rather short term anyway, you don't get to become GG forever. There literally is no proper, I don't think there is a reason that they could give that the Australian public would be happy.
Well, it would have been 5 years on almost $500,000, so she would have pocketed 2.5 mil by the end of her term. So I reckon she could probably get by on that. I mean, again, this is just another terrible look. You can't defend it. Again, the New South Wales Labor government, the New South Wales Labor government, again, just to bring it back to what the sensible right does in the party, have all given all MPs, all ministers, wage freezes. They're not getting any wage rise at all. That's another thing that was in this budget that Matt Keane tried to distract from. Meanwhile, you've got federal politicians still trousering pay rises, and then you've got this. Like, how do you defend that? It's like, this is like, again, it's like the screamer pillar in The Simpsons. It's like a creature that wants to die. I don't know why.
She should turn it
down. I do not know why Labor keeps making these kind of decisions.
Not that she should turn it down. She probably demanded it. You know, when they offered her the job, she probably said, I'll only do it for 700 grand. I mean, you don't just voluntarily increase someone's salary by 200
I cannot imagine, and I cannot imagine why you wouldn't say, absolutely not. That is demeaning to this role if you were even asking for that.
Why would you want to be the GG that all Australians hate as well? You'd just be like, that's fetching more than the Prime Minister himself. You can't tell me that the role of GG is more stressful or more onerous than that of the Prime Minister.
She's got a bigger house in Canberra. She's got a bigger house in Sydney. She's got $2.5 million. You're asking for more. I mean, how do you go to sleep at night thinking this is an okay thing to do?
Very quickly, let's get to this next story. A damning report today reveals that Victoria is taking in, according to the report, too many immigrants. This is noting the huge costs of trying to keep up with infrastructure, roads, public transport, schools and hospitals. Could see the Victorian government face yet another financial disaster. Already debt levels are extraordinary. But Liz, the Home Affairs Minister Claire O'Neil has repeatedly said that she was going to scale back on migration, but it just hasn't happened.
No, it's been 8 months since Labor promised it and we haven't seen anything of the sort. So I'm glad someone's sounding the bell in Victoria, but the truth is the same is to go for every single, certainly eastern state, unless you're sending these newcomers somewhere rural where we've got, I don't know, jobs that they can fill that need doing. But we already know even that isn't happening. We are allowing these masses of people in. There seems to be no comprehensive system by which we go, these are the skills we need, these are the skills you've got, and we're sending you to where those jobs are.
That is the entire migration system.
It's not happening, Joe. It is not.
There's been a catch-up. There's been a catch-up after we let literally zero people in during the COVID years, and now there was a big spike to sort of play catch-up with that, and that was the 500,000 that got everyone scared.
Housing crisis.
And now it's coming. And now it's coming down to 250,000. So it is coming down, but it comes down year by year. It's not that someone just comes out and says, right, and that's it. Someone just does a little, draws up a little red rope at the airport and says, sorry, no more people coming in.
It's been 10,000 a week, Joe.
Yes, I know.
That was in the press just
I know what 500,000 divided by 50 years.
It's not coming down.
No, it's coming down in future years. That's exactly what I'm saying.
But the problem is now.
Labor never took to the election.
We've got a shortage of house builders.
Labor never took to the election a big migration policy. This wasn't disclosed to Australians, and the pace
sure
of
both
the
parties
pace
had a
of
similar policy.
construction hasn't kept up with it, and that's ultimately the issue.
We've got a
In fact,
shortage of
there's a
we've got a
housing
shortage of
crisis.
construction workers.
That's
Yeah, but for
That's part
every
of the reason
person
we're
you bring
bringing-
here, you've got to give them a house. And we already know, due to, we talked about this the other week, Joe, on the list of skills, they've left out important skills that are
but
needed
there's
in
also
order to build
that's
said
right.
houses.
Presumably because they think, well, we don't actually have a shortage in these particular fields, but in things like plumbers, electricians, other fields that you need to build houses, we don't have enough to keep up with demand. And again, I say it till it blew in the face. The reason why developers stopped building houses is because they thought there's no more migrants coming, so there's not going to be a demand. So this is not a black and white issue. You ask anybody who knows.
That's certainly not
nonsense,
that
because
black and
there's a
white.
housing crisis even without the migration. So that's
Indeed.
not why construction was stopped. But we are out of time.
Promise you.
Joe Hildebrand, Liz Storer, thank you both very much.